No signs of nearing the end of his amazing career.
Art Monk is now number one, the most prolific pass receiver in the National Football League's history. Touchdown, Washington Redskins.
This is Harry Hog Football, the original Redskins Fans podcast. On today's show, we're going to talk about the debacle of a game between the Redskins and the Browns. We're going to talk about the Trent Williams situation and the quarterback situation and much, much more. Live with Aaron and John. Yo, 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 yo. What's up, John?
Yo, 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 what's up?
Excellent! Welcome to Harry Hog Football, episode number 468. Hopefully this time it's working, but if not, we're going to have the audio only, I guess, because I'm tired of messing with it. Anyway.
I hear us both on the YouTube. Sorry, I was watching NBC Washington, Sports Washington, up on the big screen above my computer.
Oh,
so we're getting ready for tonight's second preseason game.
Yeah. And before I forget, dude.
Yeah.
I will be remiss if I do not congratulate one of my favorite people, even though I've never met him, as far as people that I love to hear come every fall on his retirement. Sonny Jurgensen.
Sonny Jurgensen, ladies and gentlemen.
Retired finally.
It's Daryl Pounds.
It's Daryl Pounds. I mean, I've been listening to him on the radio since I was 6. I don't know. When I first started listening to games and whatnot.
Yeah. I'm really surprised he I don't know. I guess he wanted to show up and continue on this year. Maybe at the end of last year, he probably should have hung up his headphones or something, but he decided to come back. But he just came back for just enough to not do anything. He was just like, thanks, dudes. Because, I mean, he's 80-something years old. What do you want?
Yep. Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. You can probably pull up the chat. I'm not even going to try it and jinx it. I'm just going to, close all these YouTube windows. I don't know if anyone's in there because we've tried 10 times tonight to get it going, and people are probably pre-gaming by now.
Yeah.
But anyway.
David Haresing is in the chat.
Oh, what's up, David Haresing? I'm sure you're pumped for tonight's game.
Get pumped.
So let's first talk about do you want to talk about last week's game first or the Trent Williams situation?
Well, let's talk about the Trent Williams situation first, because I think when we talk about last week's game, it's going to be really talking about last week's and what tonight's game is going to entail at the same time. So let's look at the things like Trent Williams is it's really everybody's number one problem right now.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
seriously,
we already had absolutely no depth at O-line. We don't even really have anyone to play the other side of the line.
Dude, Aaron, you've been talking about this. All you had to do was watch that one series in the preseason game, the first one, where it was just Holding, Jerron Christian Sr., Jr., the third guy, Holding, Flowers, Holding.
Some other dude.
Those are the only
other guy.
But the thing is, those are two quote-unquote starters at that position.
Yeah, the only ones in the game.
Yeah.
Pretty much. And then you got these quarterbacks that are they're going to get
run
creamed.
for their lives, man.
I think I put down here on one of the Twitters at the bottom where someone was, I think it was actually right before we tried to get on here the first time for 468, longtime listener and creator of Tom's Trivia, Tom, was on here. We used to do a trivia question every week that was sent in by Tom, Redskins Trivia. Tom, send us in some more trivia if you're actually watching or listening this week. But
you're still trivia based.
Yeah.
Like Jeopardy.
So what was I saying?
Sports Jeopardy.
So basically he was saying that he fears that at least one of our quarterbacks ACL is in extreme danger.
If not more. Dude, you guys remember how bad it was? I mean, Eric Flowers used to be the left tackle of the Giants. He was awful. He was awful. Dude, dude, Aaron, I think he's worse than Tyler Catalina.
Dude, they're
He's
hoping.
still on our roster.
Well, they were hoping that Eric Flowers could move to guard, but now we don't have anyone to play tackle. We have Jerron Christian.
Senior, junior.
We have
third.
that. We have that Karen dude that was in there last week.
Yeah, we had him last year for a little bit. We had Tyler Catalina. I thought he got cut already.
He did, didn't he?
I thought he did. They said it was like a report. Well, you know how reports go.
I don't know. Maybe they
Tyler
re-signed.
Catalina. Resign here, dude. We'll give you 2 tickets.
They re-signed him. But anyway, yeah, it's a dire situation, dude, because we have no one. And then people are talking about, like, I just wanted them to get Trent back because we don't really have an alternative. No one's going to give us a decent tackle, and I don't care what we trade him. If they had a decent tackle to trade us for Trent Williams, guess what? They're not going to trade the decent tackle.
They probably won't.
Our only hope is some kind of like 3-way trade where Trent goes to some team that needs a tackle and some other team gets a first-round pick for a decent tackle that we get or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, the problem, see, this has been really kind of bothering me about this whole situation. It's not what they don't really talk about this on the news. How many games has he missed because he couldn't stop smoking the tree?
Yeah, they haven't really mentioned that.
I mean, he's been suspended like 3 times because he couldn't put the marijuana down.
I
mean, you know, Harry Hog football like condones marijuana, blah 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 blah, in the state of Virginia.
I know that you're big on that whole thing.
It's they've been over backwards trying to do all the stuff for him, and now he's just like, I don't trust this doctor, and that does open a whole nother can of worms because you and I have been talking for years about how the doctors with the Redskins have not been good, and I understand that, but dude, how many games did you miss because you couldn't stop smoking the tree? Seriously, the Redskins have bent over backwards to help you out, and this is the way you repay them.
Yeah, dude, and if you're gonna do that, at least tell them, like, I don't know. Well, he did tell them in June, I guess. But he could have been like last year at the end of the season, like, dudes, I don't want to play for you guys anymore.
He'd be like, oh, man.
I mean, seriously. But at this point, dude, if he doesn't come back, and it's looking less likely that he will, because, you know, he's just listening to all the fans and everyone else, like, turning on him because they're just getting upset because he doesn't even say anything. Because
we've looked at the left. We're going to see it again tonight. We're going to look at the left tackle area, and it's going to be glaringly obvious that we need him back.
He's basically throwing the entire fan base under the bus for the season.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I'm not very happy with it, but you know.
But would you welcome him back tomorrow?
I guess
I would. I'm not. I'm not past that point yet.
It's not like his replacement is like It's not like, I mean, he's an all-pro. It's not like his replacement is like a B+, man. These guys are like D-, E, F, G- guys. They're awful.
They shouldn't even be in the league.
I mean,
we got that guy Wes Martin from Indiana, but he's an inside guy. We don't have any. We didn't get any tackles again.
Well, Wes Martin's they're looking at him as being a tackle, but he was looking at right tackle. I think we're going to see him at left tackle tonight. Or, I'm sorry, left guard tonight.
Dude, the other thing, I saw this rumor probably from JP Finley. He's the new rumor dude.
Yeah.
I saw that Trent Williams was upset that we drafted Jerron Christian last year.
I heard that. Dude, all these guys have got to get it through the thick skulls that someone's coming in to replace him eventually.
Yeah.
If anything, it's to make them work out less because all he's got to do is look at how bad this guy is.
Dude, I don't know. All right. I know I told you I thought that Haskins was going to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
But now that I'm thinking about it, if we don't get any tackle, no, he's not. They're not going to let him in there.
I'd hope they would not. It would be like, sorry, Case, here you go.
He already got crushed twice in the last game against like third and fourth string dudes.
And I don't even know if we have another quarterback on the roster right now. I don't think we've signed anybody new because we put Josh Woodrum on injured reserve, and Colt can't play because he's still dealing with that broken leg.
We're going to have to get a new quarterback every week, just like the end of last season. Dirty Sanchez retired. He could come back.
I can't believe that. I can't believe he was a Redskin for a hot minute.
That was like the worst game I've ever seen. One of them.
I've never seen someone looking so slow in what he was doing on the field. He was just like, this is what I used to do before I kind of retired before. He just looks, it was kind of sad, really, watching him looking so slow. And anyway, we might get somebody like that.
We're in a dire situation, dude.
We are in a dire situation.
There's no way to sugarcoat it. We can't win if we don't have a left tackle or a left side of the line. That's going to take like 2 dudes on every play, every passing play, just to keep our quarterback upright. And then the defense is going to be like, oh, look,
it's
you're
a
sending
passing
a back
play
over there or a tight end over there. It's a passing play, and it's not coming over here. It's not coming out into the flat over here because they're going to have to block
the
our
tight
dude.
end and go for the tackle. But he's bigger. It doesn't matter. He's puss.
Oh, my goodness.
Seriously.
This is the one thing we didn't need, the whole Trent Williams thing. It's like,
yeah.
If we had Trent Williams right now, I'd be like, man, there's some things on this team that are looking up. I'm glad that we're getting young dudes in instead of old has-been free agents.
Yeah.
Except for Donald Penn, but that was a necessity. You know.
Yeah. Oh,
the People's
it says
Corner.
on here on Redskins.com on 7/31 of this year, 2019, that the Redskins waived Casey Dunn and Tyler Catalina. And yet they played in the first preseason game.
They did not, dude. They were
and once again, Redskins.com is not your source of news.
I don't think
worse
they
than
played.
Harry Hog football.
I think you're wrong. Let's ask BR who really played.
Come here, BR. Right.
Anyway,
All right,
sorry.
so
We're like T-minus an hour from kickoff. So what do we want to talk about here?
Well, speaking of Trent Williams, we had a Suwa Craven sighting. He popped his head up from like under a manhole or something. He was just like, hey. By the way, you guys treat Trent Williams just like you treated me.
You guys treated me horribly when I just decided one day I didn't want to show up and play football anymore.
It's like he quit like right before training camp.
For not playing.
He texted that he would quit, and he did that to USC when he was there as well. And then he's like, the Redskins didn't pay any of my medical bills. It was like, dude, you quit. They're not
medical
paying
bills
anything.
for being a head case? What medical bills?
That's exactly. He was like, they wouldn't treat my injury. It's like, what? Of course they're not going to treat your injury. You quit on the team.
You quit. That'd be like
That's
if I
right
went
now,
into
Trent Williams doesn't get like injury pay if he stubs his toe.
He quit.
Yeah, right now Trent Williams is a quitter until he comes back or he gets traded.
Yeah.
So
what was that like? That voice that sounded it was like from the Cosby Kids and Fat Albert or something. Like that dude, the kid with the hood. What was his name?
Rudy, dude. Was that
Rudy?
No. Rudy was the one that had like.
I'm Rudy. Hey man,
Rudy was the one that had like the hat. That hat that like closed down, like kind of like a I don't know, like a newsboy hat from back in the day. He was like, but he was the one that was always causing trouble.
Rudy.
Rudy.
Anyway, okay, so let's talk about some positives going into the season. Tressway is back.
I saw that Tressway was all pumped because he was like, Tressway is back. Woo! He's our MVP.
Nick Sundberg is back, so we don't have that East guy as our snapper anymore. East. Nick East.
And Sundberg's like average, but that East guy was awful.
Nick East.
There's a John. John thinks everybody's awful this year.
All right. Let's look at some other positives. Jimmy Moreland, the People's Corner, it was pretty astounding on that one series down by the goal line. He saved the touchdown. He saved another touchdown on what people may or may not have thought still was a touchdown when that guy's knee landed close to the line. And then he broke up a pass on the next play in the end zone, and then he caused the fumble picked up by, who was it? McKenzie?
I think so. Casanova, Geronimo McKenzie.
But he knocked that thing out a la like Sean Taylor style. He just went in there and hit it with his shoulder.
And he's not like a Sean. He's like the exact opposite of a Sean Taylor, like physically guy.
He's like smaller than Darryl Green, I think.
I mean, he went to JMU. He's not going to be like an LSU guy. But he was the player of the game. If he hadn't been drafted, he would have been like the Fincher, the clincher this year. But I think well he's obviously the most exciting to watch tonight. We've got him back there. We'll see what they do in the secondary with a little bit more. Hopefully we'll see some more starters, since last week all we saw were like the quarterbacks and the left tackle debacle were the only starters in the game, and the kickers.
And we saw P. Ryan. I don't want to see P. Ryan. I want to see some of these other dudes.
Why is P. Ryan
Darius Geis isn't actually cleared to play? Like, the doctors are screwing up. They said a month ago that Darius Geis was cleared to play, and now they're saying he's not?
Right now they're saying he still is not ready to play.
But last month they said he was.
Yeah.
Fully cleared for everything in training camp.
And you know who else is not cleared to play? We said before, Colt McCoy.
Colt McCoy's not cleared. So
what happened to him, man? That was the most innocuous little knock he got on his leg.
He broke his leg.
But,
it was innocuous compared to Alex Smith's leg.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Colt McCoy is just really good at not getting himself in the game. He's like the best backup quarterback because he's good at making sure he doesn't
do anything.
A starting thing. But Jay Gruden loves him.
Yeah. And Brian Mitchell was like, when did he get injured? He didn't even play. He was like, he didn't play, and he practiced one day, and then he was injured and didn't practice, and now he's still not practicing, and they're going to have a walkthrough on tomorrow, and then he's going to go to the game. How did he get injured?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so let's focus on the positives, though. We're focusing on the positives in 2019, dude. We're not dwelling on negatives and bringing down the entire podcast nation.
What? Oh man! All right. Well, let's see. What kind of positives do we have on the
Cole
on
Holcomb?
the season?
He looked good.
Yeah, he looked all right.
Potential.
Yeah.
I would like to see some starters, dude.
I think we should.
What's up with Montez Sweat?
The Redskins, yeah. I guess he's already at the starter level.
Is he cleared?
I guess. Oh, and dude, we were talking about the left back to the left side of the offensive line. Donald Penn, he was in for one play. One play.
Did he get a hold?
He did not get a hold.
They got to protect him because if something happens to him, we're going to be reinventing a new way to play football.
We're going to be the run first option.
Are you telling me that in this entire world of people, there aren't 32 left tackles that can play the game? There's hundreds of colleges. Hundreds. One of those dudes has to be able to play. I mean, 32 of them have to be able to play at a high level if there's that many colleges.
Yeah. David Herzing is saying online in the chat, he says, I want to see that Love dude play. And yeah, I want to see that guy play too, but I think he's on the pup list.
I don't think he's cleared. That's what I'm saying. No one's cleared. Because that dude was coming off an injury, and that's how we got him so low, because they said he was
I would love to talk about him like not being on the pup list and stuff, but we've already proven just with the whole thing about Casey Dunn and Tyler Catalina still being on the team. Wait, they got waived, but they're still on the team. What the hey?
Maybe someone forgot to tell them.
You guys aren't really getting paid.
maybe they told the league that so we could have a few extra camp bodies, but then they're still hanging out.
Maybe maybe they cut them and they like send them out, but they're like out in the parking lot waiting for someone to give them a ride home.
And the league just hasn't put 2 and 2 together that we cut them, but they're still on the field.
Well, no, maybe they got cut, and then they were like, man, Trent's not coming back. We got to get those guys back. We need someone to start at the left side.
I thought we signed a quarterback this week. I'm going to try to look it up.
We might. Yeah, we need to
Because someone's got to be a camp body. Yeah, we signed Jalen McClendon.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm looking up the real roster. Jalen McClendon.
And we signed some defensive back named Jawan Neal and a linebacker named Darrell Williams. And we waived Garrett Sickles. Who's that?
He's the guy who invented sickle cell, dude.
And we waived TJ Ramming. I'm not even going to say who the other guy is. It's still on the squad.
Why is Christian Senior listed ahead of Donald Penn? Seriously, we'll see what goes on with that tonight.
And we placed QB Josh Woodrum on injured reserve after his lovely outing, drumming at the hands of the Browns. Scrubs. Okay, so I don't see a lot of the guys we keep talking about wanting to see play, and they're like, I mean, like David Herzing was saying, I want to see that Bryce Love dude, but he's not cleared.
I want to see Sims and Sims get out there.
Oh, both of the Simses? Why didn't we see some of those young running? Why did we see such a narrow selection of wide receivers last week when there's so many vying for spots? And I
think because Jay Gruden is looking at everything. And other coaches are doing this too with other teams in the NFL. He's looking at everything and he's like, I do not want to put my starters in preseason. Preseason sucks.
Jay Gruden is in a super predicament because he's got this potentially good rookie quarterback, but then we have and he knows that he needs to win this season because, he's going to get fired probably if he doesn't.
He's going to make playoffs.
But if you're in, so at what point would Dan Snyder step in? Right, like say you put in your rookie dude, and we have Jerron Christian as our left tackle, and he's getting drummed every game because Jay Gruden is not paying attention to the health of Haskins because he's playing to win now, not like keep this guy around for years. Yeah. You know what I mean? So there's got to be some point where they either need to be like, all right, look, dude, we know that Trent Williams really screwed us, so we'll give you next season, until we can get a, left tackle in here. I mean, you know what I mean? There's conflict of interest.
Dude, I get it.
There.
Yeah, I get it.
He's in a tough spot. Anyway, back to the game. So, and what is up with this? Also, what is up with Jay Gruden, like, already stating that Trey Quinn, who played, like, 4 games last year, has locked down the slot position?
Everyone said he's like way better than anyone else.
So I'm either really scared of that or he really is awesome.
Yeah.
But coming out of Redskins camp,
he's
I'm
picking
scared
up for what's his face that went to Duke before?
Crowder kind of dropped off in the last year or so, I thought.
He was hurt last year.
Oh.
So
I also want to see what's his face that was hurt and played like a broken collarbone for 7 games or something.
Richardson, yeah.
Richardson. I want to see what he can do now that he's healthy.
We'll see.
But
yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, tonight, like I said, we didn't see any starters except for left tackle, kind of, and the quarterback. So we'll have to see today who's going to be in T-minus 57 minutes.
So how long do you think they're going to play? All right, I rewatched part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I got to admit, dude, while I was talking to you on the phone in the fourth quarter of last week's game, I fell asleep for at least 15 minutes. And I woke up and you were still on the phone.
I know.
I was trying my best to watch that last part of that game, and it was not happening.
It was terrible. It was a bad game.
So, anyway, my point is, I went back and rewatched some of the first part on NFL Game Pass that I got with my college discount. And let me say that I thought Case Keenum actually played pretty well.
Case Keenum was a good quarterback. A lot of people underrate him. I think he's better than he has been. I mean, I base most of that off of what he did in Houston, college, university. I don't know. We'll see if he's really good like he was a couple years ago and not like last year.
Yeah, I mean, so anyway, so from what I've seen in one preseason game, I would have to say Case Keenum is the starting quarterback.
Yeah, so far. Yeah, absolutely. Because it's only him and the rookie anyway.
And the rookie, like we expected, had a couple of nice passes and then a couple of what
Yeah.
are you doing?
Yeah, really.
But I was happy to see that when he was in there and he was getting pressure, he was looking to throw it, but then broke and ran and got what he could.
Yeah.
Unlike RG3 that would stay in there and just get either creamed or escape and never throw it.
Yeah.
And he actually doesn't look fragile like RG3.
RG3, yep.
He looks like he could take a hit if he has to. Like you're not cringing every time he's about to get crushed. But I did not think it was wise of him, a la Clinton Portis, to try to tackle that dude.
Oh, yeah. I was really worried about that on that tackle. I was like, oh, man, it's just like Clinton Portis right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're not going to see Geis. We're not going to see Love. Who? I know we're not going to see Peterson. So is it more P. Rind and Marshall?
I hope they don't play P. Ryan. I can't imagine they'd want to keep him.
I hope not. I think Jay Gruden was blowing smoke up P. Ryan's behind by saying he looked really good in camp. But really, he's a camp body.
Yeah, really. I mean, there's like 8 running backs on the roster right now. You can't tell me that 4 of them aren't better than P. Ryan.
I think, and we haven't seen Chris Thompson.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to keep AP, Geis, Chris Thompson, and Bryce Love, I would think, because that guy has some potential where we already know that P. Ryan sucks.
Yeah.
And Byron Marshall is a standard okay dude that's not going to fumble.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not going to fumble.
I am excited about the defensive line, I got to say. And I'm really excited that, and one of our Harry Hog Nation people pointed out that with Montez Sweat on the other side, Kerrigan can't take all these double teams.
Yeah.
So Kerrigan might be opened up for huge sack numbers this year, or split them with Sweat. And
he always has good sack numbers, though.
Yeah. So if Sweat takes some of that pressure, if they have to pay attention to him on the other side, I can see that going up.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And
I
Settle
mean,
looked good as usual. Tim Settle.
Yeah. For him, I remember coming out of Tech, it was all about he had to work on his technique and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so, he's really good as a backup to the front 3, and I'm sure they're going to be moving them around a lot. And the linebackers, I mean, we'll see what's going on inside. Hopefully we'll see Landon Collins and the people will get in there. We'll see crappy Josh Norman getting in there, I guess, doing nothing, standing around, running up, being like, at the end of the play. And I would love to see them cut Troy Apke at this point, because I don't think he's going to get any better than he is. They need to get someone else in there.
What about that Adonis dude? What happened to him? Is he unavailable?
Adonis Alexander?
Yeah.
I heard he may not make the team because
he's not cleared.
He's playing, but he's just not. He's not showing up. I mean, he's showing. He's showing up. He's not good. How about that?
What's his name? Alexander Adonis.
Adonis Alexander.
Adonis. What was that? What was that wrestler's name? Adrian Adonis. Remember in the 80s? Was it?
No. I remember Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant.
You don't remember the Adrian Adonis guy that was all narcissistic and brought the mirror into the ring and was looking at himself?
Maybe.
Maybe I'm on crack, but I could have sworn.
I think
I'm looking at the news on Adrian Adonis. I mean Adonis. Yeah, he's set to miss time with a quad injury. That was 1 week ago, so he's not cleared. No one's cleared. That's the name of this episode. No one's cleared.
No one's cleared.
Clarence.
Yeah, really.
It says he sees a specialist and he's out 2 weeks with the injury. That was right after he said the sky is the limit for us.
And then
you're going to be looking at the sky. So what's the deal with Chris Thompson? Will he play any? Because he's fragile his whole career.
Yeah.
It says he's eager for game action against the Bengals. I just Googled it.
Yeah.
Sweet. So let's see that. He may be getting a crap load of passes coming out to the left, throwing in a chip, and getting a pass in the flat because I don't see our quarterbacks having much time to throw.
Yeah, really.
Do we want to talk about anything else on the game?
No, not really. I mean, I think we've already spent way too much time on the last game. And we got to watch the game tonight to know what's going on. See see what they do. I don't think we're going to see many starters like all preseason until the first game again.
Yeah, I'm excited about tonight's game, though.
Yeah.
To see somebody.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we round it out, the preseason edition, episode 468, and go get ready to watch this game?
Absolutely.
All right, before we do, I wanted to tell you guys we're going to be in Miami for the Redskins Miami game. If anyone wants to meet up there, we'll be there.
We will be there. It's going to be great.
Yeah, might actually have a chance to win that game, which is why we picked that one this year. When's the last time we saw the Redskins win a game in person? At the stadium?
RG3's rookie year at the end of the season when we went to the Cowboys game. That's the last time we saw them win, and the last time we saw them win in a long time. It's been losing almost every other game we went to.
Dude, that's like going on 7 years.
7 years ago, man.
That game was awesome, though. We went into that stadium knowing they weren't going to lose no matter what.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The whole stadium was like, Cowboys, just get out. The game's over, like right when it started.
Get out, dudes. Get out.
Anyway, we'll talk to you guys next week. Hopefully there will be no more injuries tonight. More people will be cleared to play next week. And
check us out, harryhogfootball.com. That's HARRY, hogfootball.com. Or on Twitter, Harry Hog. What else are we on? You can email us, John or Aaron or Josh at harryhogfootball.com.
You might be able to email us. We just got our website back up because, once again, it wasn't paid. But we're back online finally. Yeah, send us an email. We'd like to hear from you, and we'll talk to you guys next week. Hail to the Redskins, and if you see a Cowboys fan,
Joker!